guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry, and today I'm actually working out in the garden, and I wasn't going to do a video because I need to get this stuff done, but I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll just do a garden update and give you a little look-see. I picked these tomatoes, they're ripe, they're ready. I don't have enough for a salsa recipe, so they're going in the freezer. So in gallon bags. And I thought, maybe somebody else will maybe haven't heard this trick, but I wash them and I core them. I make sure they're good and ripe. I core them and I throw them in a freezer bag, and I'm literally taking the core out. And let me just tell you, this is the Rada tomato knife. This was a gift years ago from Apron Strings. Actually, she gave that to me, and I just got tomato juice on the counter. And it is fantastic. So my links down below. These are inexpensive. They will slice a tomato as thin as you need without squishing it. And so I use that to core. You just have to be careful because they're super sharp. They will cut you. So once you freeze them, I've got my trash down here. Freeze them whole like this. When you thaw these out, when you're ready for sauce, juice, salsa, any of that, the skins are gone. They slip right off. Now these little romas, I just cut the end off. I'm not going to worry about it. These are all going to go through a food strainer, a food mill, I should say, which will continue to get any skin particles. I don't like canning my tomato skins. They end up tough. It's like peppers. They end up tough. So I will definitely have enough jalapenos to do my jalapeno salsa. In fact, I just picked some beautiful jalapenos. Look how gorgeous these are. These are perfect. Absolutely perfect. I just picked a few. My girlfriend at work needs some for deviled eggs, jalapeno deviled eggs. She wants to make my recipe. And I said, well, I'll even supply the jalapenos. So I'm going to do this, and then when it cools down a bit, I'm going to take you out to the garden and show you what's going on, what else is happening out there. Things are coming right along. It's just, I feel pretty blessed to have the abundance that I've got this year, even though I would have preferred more tomato products. But next year, I'll be planting more tomatoes, and I'm going to be doing I'm going to let some of these beds go ahead and give me the volunteers. Tomatoes and peppers. Yes, I am. So I still have those volunteer tomato plants that have tomatoes on them. I'm hoping we keep the warmer weather long enough that I get tomatoes from them. And I've been eating fresh, so it's been a really good season. I really have no complaints. I'm used to having way more tomatoes than I got this year. So I think overall, I think this is bag number 4 that's going in the freezer. And then I've probably eaten at least that many. Fresh. In fact, I had one today with my salad. So there you go. All right, we're going to get this done. I just wanted to bring you along. It's a helpful hint on how you too can keep your tomatoes until you have enough to do a recipe or a sauce or one of the things you want to do. All right, guys, I'll take you out in just a minute, and we'll go out there and see everything that's going on in the garden. I am super excited. I will be canning peppers. I will be, I'm going to jar up some poblanos. I'm going to do half-pint jars, so I don't take up a lot of space. And using a whole pint of peppers is almost impossible in one recipe. So little half-pint jars are perfect, because I always open up a 4-ounce can and then I go, I need more. So I open up some more, or I use my Thrive. So, okay, I'll be done here in a second, and then I'll show you what I've got, and then I will take you out to the garden. Yes. Okay, it's still pretty warm out, but I think it's good. I think it's time the time. And I'll tell you, there's a couple of things that I'm pretty excited about. So I still have a couple of tomatoes here. I got a whole gallon bag. Look at that big beauty. Look at that. Oh, a nice big one. So there's still a couple stragglers, and I'll get those picked. But strawberries, if any of you know, I mean, I have pulled those runners, and I only have this end of the bed that's actually producing, and it has pretty much all summer. It's just, they're lush, they're thick, but no, yeah, not enough production for me. So if you are a strawberry gardener, let me know. I may end up digging up those 2 beds and taking all the strawberries to my daughters. I don't know. Anyway, peppers. Look at the peppers. Look at these. They're big, beautiful. That's my hand. And these are the poblano. And these are, I mean, these will be stuffing size, but I'm actually, and the plant is just weighted down with them. They're loaded with peppers. I need to get to canning. I need to roast these, peel them, and can them. And poblanos, and what do we got? Poblano and oh, and here's jalapenos. Again, these are loaded with jalapenos. I just picked some, you guys saw. Look at these, gorgeous. Just the plants, I've never had these kind of plants. They're almost as tall as I am, and I've never had this kind of pepper crop. And literally, they're still flowering up here. Look at that, all the way up here at my eye level. I still have flowers on the top of these. That's pretty crazy. That's crazy. And peppers. I'm getting peppers. So, well, I guess I'm in the peppers. I got serrano and jalapeno in here as well. Or I guess these are both jalapenos. Yep. And they're loaded. I have plenty of jalapenos to do what I need to do. This cilantro, this is a slow bolt, but it is trying to bolt now. So I'm going to snip these off, these little seed starts. Snip those off, try to slow it down a little bit, and then I'll use this in some fresh salsa. Right? Try to keep it at bay. This is parsley, some more parsley, because you can't have too much parsley in your life. See how this, it's just thick, and just not any plant. I mean, it's plants, but, and I pull these runners, and I don't know, it's not doing any good. Okay. Those are, I'm pretty sure those are serrano peppers. They're not cayenne, for sure. These are my volunteer tomatoes, and, you know, I got a few tomatoes on each one. It's not going to be a bumper crop, but hey, I'll take what I get. For no effort, really. I haven't done anything to these. Just watching them grow. And there's a zucchini that, oh, there's a couple there. I'll get a couple more off of that. And the little carrots in there, they're kind of dwarfed from being shaded. Swiss chard, look how big. Just in a few days, literally. The chard and the parsley, I'm going to dry some more parsley. And this chard is getting ready to give me enough to can again. I do have that shishito pepper in here. Yeah, and I have used these in a couple of things. They're delicious. They are. So that was supposed to be a habanero, but okay. Green onions. I'm using some of the tops. Those are the bunching onions. And here's some basil. Basil, the leaves tend to get kind of tough on you after a while. Some more bunching onions. And peppers. I am actually getting a few little habaneros. So, check it out. Oh, look at those little habaneros. Can you see them? Yeah, they're a nice size. I love it. Might get some habanero jam. And these are all, well, jalapeno, sriracha peppers, serrano peppers, and they are loaded. But there's a sriracha that's turning red. Yeah. It's just a jalapeno, but look at those. All these jalapenos everywhere. Okay, and we've got Swiss chard. Look at that. So all these leaves that are getting some sun scald, I'm just going to pick them and put them in a bag, and I'm going to take them to the chickens. But the rest of it, look how gorgeous that looks. And the carrots over here are doing good. This, cucumbers, I got a couple. I picked 2, and here's one down here. Come on. Yes, there's a couple in there. Little pickling cucumbers is what these are. So I'm just going to have some refrigerator pickles. I'm not canning pickles, and there's not enough. So that's how that's going. The beets are doing really well. I'm gonna get, look at how this Swiss chard, I had it cut back to nothing, and now look, in less than, well, it's been about what, 2 weeks maybe? Yeah, that's awesome. Beautiful carrots, and the onions are ready. So anytime I can, I'm gonna start picking onions and curing them. And this is slowed up a little bit. This lettuce has slowed down, but all in all, it's still going good. So, like I said, onions are ready. The leeks are doing amazing. We're getting some size on these leeks. Look at, I don't know if you can see. And you can leave the leeks in the ground even after it snows. Leave it in there. This bed is not doing as well on the Swiss chard end, but I'm okay with it. And we got some lettuce, and kale is over here. I don't know if you can see the little sprouts. I felt like this bed had more sand in it for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I am going to amend all the beds. And of course, the blessed rhubarb down there, I don't know if you can see it. The sun's kind of glaring, but yeah. I'm super happy with everything. I feel like I have this little oasis out here, just to come out and really enjoy. And the blueberry bush, that cascading blueberry bush, it's almost doubled in size, really. It's at least a third again as big as it was when I planted it. So, guys, I hope it inspires you. See those peppers? They're starting to turn. And so I need to get peppers picked. This weekend will probably be a roasting pepper and canning and or freezing. I can roast them and freeze them as well. Freeze the flesh. So, all right, guys. I hope it inspires you to try your hand at home gardening, organic gardening. There's no fertilizer on this. Nothing other than the compost and the fertilizer that was in the soil that I loaded these beds with. So I don't spray. If something gets bugs and I can't take care of it, I pull the plants so the other ones can thrive. Okay. Again, I guess I'll see you next time with another delicious recipe using some of these. Yum. Anybody want to see how I stuffed poblano peppers for dinner? Yum.